Salutations, y'all. This one I call Alibis. For years, I kept excuses like spare keys hidden under the mat outside the front door. If life felt too heavy, I could always slip out the side door or a window. Tragedy, trauma, circumstances, consequences, abandonment, insecurity, uncertainty, even imposter syndrome, all of them lined up like lawyers ready to defend me from change. I didn't notice the bars being built. I just kept polishing my reasons until they looked like truth. Every little excuse adds up in life. They drain it quietly. A little delay here, a little avoidance there. Me saying, next week, when things calm down, after I heal. Once I started working on myself, I realized I had become fluent in explaining why I was stuck and completely illiterate in how to build anything different. Especially when I was sharing with my sponsor or in meetings or even talking to my therapist. I knew every origin story of my pain. I could map it out like constellations, but my future was a blank sky. That's why sometimes in order to move forward, we need help from others. After all, we don't see the small successes we have. We don't see how much we have changed as well as someone outside of ourselves does. If I was able to make small notches on the door jamb of my progress like my mom did when I was younger with how tall I was getting, I would be able to see how much I had grown. I miss you, Mom. I love you. So I did something small and brutal. I fired those false alibis I made for my choices and my behaviors and took accountability so I could grow. I didn't fire my past, just those permission slips. I stopped letting history sign permission for today's decisions. I stopped letting wounds write the script. Blame had kept me falsely righteous, but motionless. Responsibility felt heavier, but it had legs. Responsibility points at the same story and says, yes, this happened. I see what my faults were. I ask for forgiveness. That does not mean I will be forgiven. I forgive those faults that were done to me. Then I ask myself, what are we going to do differently? Can my story help someone else? Ownership does not feel like a movie montage. It feels like sweeping the glass out of the room that I broke in the first place. This way someone else doesn't get hurt by something that I caused. Picking up the pieces one by one and admitting, this is mine to clean. It is not glamorous, but is the first time the floor is actually safe to walk on. I do not want to be impressive at explaining why my life is small right now. I want to quietly dismantle every excuse that keeps it that way. This is the tattoo trick.